Content warning. Ladies and gentlemen, the following podcast is not suitable for all audiences, and viewer/listener discretion is advised. For example, if, when you just heard the term ladies and gentlemen, you immediately thought about how exclusionary it is, then it's probably best you turn this off now.
Well, the sound already is disturbing me. No, stop. Absolutely not. Oh, I'm taking the fucking headphones off. You would do this as well. It ended.
It's off.
It's off.
It's off.
It's off. It's off. It's off.
Hello, welcome to Dead Men Talking with me, Rob Mulholland, and
Freddy
Quinne.
I'm never going to be doing that myself.
No.
Doesn't matter how many times you point at me, I'm not going to do it.
Just go. You have before, though.
No,
You
I've
have.
decided.
You went, I'm a fat cunt.
No, I'm not doing
I'm a
it.
little fat
I'm
cunt.
not doing it.
You have before, though. Put it on tape.
Have you?
Yeah.
Oh,
There was an episode where you just went, I'm a fat cunt.
you sicken me.
Broke you.
You fucking sicken me.
Yeah. And speaking of fat cunts, we've got Sam Gore here today.
Yeah. Sam Gore won our roast battle.
Yeah, he won. He was our champion of our inaugural roast battle night. And
Very good job.
as his prize, he gets to come on here and we try and make him sick.
Yeah.
And also, he's like my best mate, so I would have had him on anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, what a way to find out.
I was best man at his wedding.
Wow.
I mean, as if you were in the top 10. Come on, let's be real.
Wow. I thought that we were acquaintances.
Yeah, you are definitely one of the people I know.
Ouch. Yeah, he's very funny.
Yeah.
He's good at stuff.
Check him out on the IC News podcast. He writes satirical stories every week called ICU that you might have seen on Facebook. They're dead big. But he also does a podcast called IC News. It's like weird, multi-dimensional satire. It's fucking class.
I'm not a fan. No, I really like it. It's favourite. I read all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one was your favourite?
The one about Boris Johnson.
Oh, yeah, that is a good one.
Yeah.
Anyway, enjoy this episode with Sam Gore. Get on our Patreon. It's £3 a month and you get loads more content. Loads of it. Shitloads. So much, it would prolapse your bum if you tried to put it in it. That's how much content we've
A
got.
prolapse worth of content.
That's how much content, yeah.
Yeah, that's the collective noun for all
For
of our
episodes of this podcast.
Prolapse.
A prolapse of Dead Men Talking
Just
episode.
listen to a prolapse of dead men talking.
So, get on Sam's stuff, get on our Patreon, and enjoy this episode, you muggy cunt. Yes, we're here with our current reigning roast battle champion, Sam Gore.
Yeah.
I didn't get the belt made. I was going to get a belt made, but it took like 3 months. So
3 months to make a belt.
Well, because they've got to like design it and engrave it and all that. I was going to spend hundreds on it, so I might do it for future ones. But for now, you just got
really
to know.
3 months to make a belt.
Yeah.
That's insanity.
It's also bullshit. I'm the inaugural champion and I get no belt.
You get no belt. Well, look, if you keep defending it for long enough that I eventually get one made, then
Yeah. That's a real fucking. Yeah, that's
There's real incentive to come and gig for you for £25.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I don't think I've been paid yet.
Oh no, you're probably not. That's Freddie's department.
Yeah, we've not been paid. It's not been settled our end yet.
All right, you've not got 25. Give him 25 quid.
Have
you got your wallet?
Yeah.
Give him 25 quid.
No.
I feel like your end isn't my problem.
Welcome to Can't Pay Will Taking Away the podcast.
I'm taking this and I'm off.
That's worth well more than 25 quid, that, Mike. You can have the stand.
It's a pawn shop, though, isn't it? So
that's true. Yeah.
Are you excited for the Jubilee weekend?
Can't give less of a fuck.
Sam's like a middle class southerner. When you've lost him, you've really lost your core audience.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they were. This is the weird thing about the royal family in the first place, was that before they bumped Diana off, they were on the way out anyway. Public support for them was not there. Yeah. And then, you cut a few breaks in a Paris tunnel and that's it. Everyone fucking loves you again. Mad shit.
It is mental, innit? Like, how many people in Britain, just genuinely love the royal family. They just love licking boot.
When I see them on TV, because what always happens, isn't it, is that they have some TV guy camera and they point it in the faces of like middle-aged, middle-class women, and they go, "Oh, what do you?" And they always go, "Oh, I think it's just a." Oh, I just love the glamour of it. I always think like, what the fuck has happened to you? Watch more Strictly. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it's the same thing. It's like my mum's one of these, and like my sister are both like big royalists, and it's the same. They put it in the same sort of like thing. They watch Strictly. They watch like
shitty
the
Yorkshire
Kardashians.
town. They love the royals.
Mate, loads of Yorkshire people do.
I
Like it's
suppose
like, you know, there's a lot of like
They drink tea. We drink tea. We're one and same.
There's a lot of that
if it
about.
weren't for all theft they endorsed, so may as well enjoy it.
Yeah, but like there's a lot of that about. But it's like the same like level of entertainment. But like it's like she's a horrible racist old paedophile cover-upper. Like, you know, she is an awful racist.
I mean,
like
that-
the Queen.
Oh, and I know the laws that she kind of enacted to make sure she'd have to look at fewer of them in the palace.
Yeah, this is it.
That.
Like, so when like the Racial Equality Act was put through, the Queen lobbied successfully for an exemption for Buckingham Palace, so she didn't have to hire black people. And that's still in place.
First of all, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's pretty clever on her part. Thirdly, I think we're glossing over the fact that you made paedophile cover upper a verb as well as you did.
Yeah.
No stumbling, paedophile cover upper.
I was quite pleased because halfway through the word, I was like, I've fucked this. I've painted myself into a corner. Then I was like, just say cover upper.
Yeah,
and got out of it.
it's hard to conjugate at a moment's notice, isn't
Yeah,
it?
like
I didn't know that about. I didn't know that she doesn't hire black people.
Yeah, like made it a legal thing that she doesn't have to.
Not even for security.
Yeah.
It's her as a kid doing the Nazi salute in the garden, isn't it?
Really?
Well,
Yeah.
you know, there was one point they were quite sort of pro-fascist when they were trying to look at which way the wind was blowing as to how much we were going to love Hitler. Well, like Boris in his Brexit letter, they were willing to go either way depending on who won. It was
Exactly.
just-
Just playing both sides and just say, oh, you've won. Oh, no, I was always into that. Yeah.
Sick Kyle, wonderful.
And it's
10 minutes in,
absolutely
I've done a Nazi salute.
this isn't some sort of like, you know, fucking thing on Reddit or something. This is a genuine
No,
thing.
Sam's actually clever. Like, he actually researches stuff.
that she doesn't.
This was front page news when the photos leaked a couple of years ago.
She
yeah.
lobbied so that.
Oh, that thing, yeah.
Yeah. Oh no, I saw the
saw the
swastika
Nazi
thing.
salute. Yeah.
But I mean,
But the lobbying's much more racist
To
than
be-
the Nazi salute.
Yeah, exactly.
all right, okay.
Yeah.
To be fair,
We've all made a Nazi salute
if
when we
I
were
was,
6.
No. Listen. I'm just throwing this out there. If I was a member of the upper classes in 1945, or 1944, 1943, when you didn't know which way it was going to go, you can absolutely bet that I'd have some Nazi memorabilia in a cupboard somewhere, just in case they won. I'd go, woohoo!
Mate, when the BNP won one seat, he was behind him. It was just like, it's finally happening.
Yeah, I got a Nick Griffin tattoo.
Yeah, you'd be looking at the history of the Tsars and fucking hedging your bets, wouldn't you?
Well, you would look, if you were the royal family at that time, you would have one little photo of you all doing. Just keep it in a drawer. You don't have to show anyone.
To be fair, if you were around at that time, you look like you'd have a big spiky German helmet. Doesn't he look like that? You could totally see that.
Yeah. Called Wilhelm Quinn.
Yeah, exactly.
Go on, show me the
like,
thing. So she doesn't have to hire black
Buckingham
people.
Palace banned ethnic minorities from office roles. She's exempt
Fuck
from... Yeah.
off.
Yeah.
So that's literally her going, I just don't want to look at him.
Yeah, essentially.
Fuck
She's like,
it,
I
hell.
don't want them in the office. I don't want them touching important things. Yeah. It's mad, isn't it?
Wow.
Yeah. And then all these royalists, they're all the ones who are like, look, right, I love the royals. I don't like Meghan. I don't know what it is. There's just something about her.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
Just
they
her
always say, I don't know what it is. And it's like, I fucking do. I think I've got a clue.
It's just her attitude. It's
Yeah.
just,
It's always,
she's a bit up herself.
really
does
uppity.
she?
Really uppity, isn't
The
she?
idea that she's turned Harry away from like the establishment when the establishment basically murdered his fucking mother.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
He's never been that fond of the press, for
Yeah,
fuck's
yeah,
sake.
yeah.
He doesn't want to play their game.
Yeah, the weed-smoking Nazi dress-up guy. I don't know if
Yeah.
he was that on board anyway. Although maybe he was just
know.
trying to salute his family
At least
with that costume.
he did it with a hint of irony, I suspect, at least.
Sure. Yeah, that was. I think he was just having a laugh rather than being like, "This is what I fundamentally believe."
That must have been the funniest fucking like bollocking in his family ever.
Yeah.
Where they were like, Harry, I can't believe that you dressed up like that.
They're
And he
showing
was
that
like,
photo.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
like,
just like-
Grandma, pot calling the kettle not allowed in the house. That's...
It is.
Wow, I had no
fucking
idea.
Wild. I properly hate just the idea of a royal family. I hate the whole thing about it. Like, just think it's fucking gross.
Yeah.
And like this whole thing, the one that pisses me off as well, when they're always like, "Oh, but it brings loads of tourism." It's like it'd bring more tourism if we fucked them out of Buckingham Palace and let people go round.
Yeah, there's still millions of people that go to Versailles sort of every year, and
Exactly.
they decapitated them.
People haven't
It's
stopped
fine.
going to France. Yeah.
But here's the thing as well, is that I reckon that those tourists will be coming anyway. Like, no one stops at the airport and goes, "Are you here specifically to see the royal You are. Okay. Like, they're here to see Buckingham Palace, sure, but they're going to see Trafalgar Square. They're going to see Big Ben. They're
going to go on a bus.
You don't actually see a royal unless it's one of the 2 days a year when they're out and about, or you're a 16-year-old in a Pizza Express. So,
that also needs to be talked about more. And I know that people talk about it a lot, but I
still
feel
needs
like
more.
we need to talk about the fact that the Queen paid taxpayer
£12 million, wasn't
of
it?
taxpayer money to hush money for a woman that her son nonced.
Yeah.
I'm very much looking forward to having my day in court, says the man who paid lots of money to avoid having It's not something an innocent person does.
No,
is
not
it?
12
Allegedly,
mil.
obviously.
12 mil. I don't give a fuck about that. Like, bollocks to it. He's not going to see this. But like, it is bad.
Here's a question, right? If there was like a little girl saying that you had touched her, right?
Which
and
one?
she said, "I'm gonna take you to court," right? And she wasn't.
I don't have 12 mil though, so this is a very different conversation.
No, the question is, what's the amount that you could be blackmailed for, knowing that you didn't do it? It's a little boy. Right.
But,
And,
like,
and he looks real innocent.
It's different.
What's he trying to get out of Rob? 3 snapbacks and an 8.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like, what's the point of blackmailing me?
What's the most you could give?
Well, it depends, right? Is this a case like Andrew, where everyone already thinks I'm a nonce, right? Or is it one where no one knows about it and I can keep it totally quiet? Because those are different.
Yeah, okay. No one knows about it.
No one knows, and if I just sort this out, it's going away.
Yeah.
Well, however much I've got, so about 50 quid.
Really? So you should give all your money towards it?
Just, make it go away, yeah.
Really?
Because as soon as someone accuses you of being a nonce, that never leaves you.
No,
Like, even if it's
true.
like, even if you're innocent, even if you're found innocent, even if you are innocent, once you've had that once, people are like, yeah.
Because people still like Kevin Webster on Corrie.
Yeah, I don't think he was a full pedo, though. Although, to be fair, Chris D'Elia's still smashing it on YouTube.
The allegations are pretty full on.
Are they? With
Yeah,
Kevin Webster? I thought he was like adult.
It was raging alcoholic, repeatedly raped his daughter, allegedly. That was the problem.
Oh, right.
Wow.
Yeah, but he is a great mechanic. So, allegedly. But look, like, he was found innocent, but still we're like, but... See, this is what I mean.
Yeah.
So, so I rection you got to
with Cliff Richard, didn't it?
Yeah.
He was like...
Although, Cliff Richard, come on.
But, well, this is it. Everyone was like, well, if he's got to be. And then it turns out he wasn't. Everyone was like, oh, soz.
Yeah. Turns out there's no evidence, anyway, But, like, with the 12 million, right, like, obviously, there's no price that makes getting nonced worth it. But 12 mil's got to be close, hasn't it?
Yeah. I get nonce for 5.
Yeah, I reckon you would, yeah. To be fair, you've...
English pounds.
Would you role play and do it now? Just dress up as a giant baby.
Wear a nappy.
For 5 million quid, absolutely.
Yeah.
For 5 million quid, I'd role play. I'd dress up as a giant baby, and I'd stay in a room, a cot, and I'd let masked men walk and just jizz on me all day.
No, they're not masked. You've got to look in Prince Andrew's eyes.
Fine, absolutely fine.
You've got to talk dirty to him.
All day, 24 hours.
You got to keep talking dirty.
You've got to let him drip sweat on your face.
That's not sweat. I'm not a Jubilee person. Although I did find it funny.
You are a Jubilee person, though. The ice lolly. He's fat.
I did find it funny, right? So they made like the Great British Cake or whatever, like the Jubilee.
Wasn't
cake.
it Jamie Oliver nonsense about with this?
I don't know.
There's another one that can fuck off at the moment.
Fucking
as
hate
well.
that cunt.
Now is not the time to try and ban Iceland multi-buy deals.
He's like, you know what the problem is?
Trying to do?
He's pushing for it still now.
So like he's like, oh, junk food deals are unhealthy, so like buy one get one free. He's trying to ban that. Basically, he's like, you know what the problem at the moment is? Food isn't expensive enough. Like, it's like, Jesus Christ, lad. Like, I'd rather kids be fat than dead. I think that's fair, isn't it?
I mean, one leads to the other.
That
doesn't
is
it?
true. But you've got at least another 10 years left in you.
Yeah.
I can't believe that Jamie Oliver's choosing now as the point to kick during a cost of living crisis.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's more that his giant moralistic standpoint is that why would I stop just because it's inconvenient now? It's like, well, because people are literally fucking starving.
It's a pretty good reason.
It's a pretty good reason to stop, Jamie.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just chew your own tongue whenever you get peckish, but everyone else.
I watch that video maybe once a month. You know,
of the
one
chicken nuggets.
Yeah, the chicken nugget thing.
It's
one of my favourite videos.
It is the best. Like, shall I put it on now in case anyone's not seen it? Because it is the funniest.
It's the one where he tries to scare them, and he's like, "Oh, they take all the bones and the gristle, and he does that with his voice. Now who wants?
It's literally.
He doesn't get kids. Don't give a fuck.
It's
Kids will
literally the
quite
first
literally-
video that pops up.
Yeah, like, kids
Type in
will
Jamie
put their hands
Oliver.
in their own underwear and then eat their own shit. They're not bothered. Like,
And if
kids
anyone's
are
got a video
rotty.
of that, send it in.
Not children, for Christ's sake.
Oh, this is it.
Yeah,
I love it.
no kids is one of our rules.
Are we getting a copyright strike here? Probably.
Yeah, probably, but fuck
Fuck
it.
it.
It's not like, mate, we like every single one of our episodes is demonetised anyway. It's not really a big deal for us.
Chicken.
When you get a chicken like
Hopefully
this,
it's a low quality
there's
enough
bits
upload
on it
that we
are
might get
worth
away
lots
with
of
it.
Money. The breasts are the most expensive part. It's the biggest and it's the white meat, okay? And that is
He thinks the
a
white's
chicken
the best.
breast, okay? Now, chicken wings are worth quite a lot of money.
I love
show
how
them where
just
all the nice cuts.
I love how, as well, in order to sort of set the tone, he just slapped that chicken on
Yeah,
the
he's
counter.
really trying to do
No
everything
need-
he can. Yeah.
No need for like that.
So we came off the chicken, so we just pop the legs off, and then you're left with a carcass with all the
I mean, I do agree with him that meat's disgusting, but like, it's not one bit's worse than the other.
ribs
You're all
and the
eating
little bits of
corpse.
giblets and blood and skin and stuff like that. What do you think happens to this?
It gets thrown away.
You want to eat some?
It's not cooked yet, Jamie.
Okay.
Different. No one wants
So
to
I'm
eat a
gonna
raw
tell you
chicken
little
breast
story
either.
about how you can use all the leftover bits to make food. And watch me.
And isn't that good? Isn't that good?
That's the whole snout to tail thing now,
Exactly.
isn't it?
Isn't that
Yeah.
better? If you're going to kill an animal, at least use all of it.
I love the music that they're using as
know,
well.
like,
Dum, dum, dum.
There's going to be one of the reality TV. There'll be one of those in a minute.
Yeah. Okay.
Sounds like orcs are storming a fortress in Lord of the Rings.
Some of the processed foods that
Somewhere
you
off
love
camera there's a
are made
giant
from the
Samoan
bits you
man
don't
playing a
like.
drum.
Bone, all the connective tissues, little bits of bone marrow and stuff like that. They even add chicken skin.
Chicken skin's fucking delicious.
I know, that's the
Got a
best
load
bit.
of chicken skin in here as well.
Show them how they make a hot dog next.
He could quite literally get his dick out,
Yeah.
just stroke it, and just jizz all over this mixture, and he'd go, "Who wants some?" And then
Okay.
he'll go, "Nuggets,
So then
you
once
say?"
they've done that,
Seasoned.
pour the wound up meat and bone and skin and like bits of horrible bits, and they put it into a massive great machine that squeezes all the soft stuff away from the gangly hard stuff. Look at it.
Ooh, it's all going through. It's so awesome.
What's the good
He
meat?
must at this
That or
point be
that?
like, I am smashing this.
Oh yeah. In his head, he's like, "They're
like,
gonna
these-
fucking love this punchline."
And what kind of meat is that?
The hormone.
Okay, so because this has got loads of connective tissue and things that really aren't meat, to be honest, you've got to put loads of stuff in it. Stabilise it with stabiliser, flavouring in there to make it taste of something.
Right, again, you have to flavour every meat. Like,
Again.
no one's having unseasoned plain
Yeah.
chicken.
He's also just pouring a half a bowl of flour into that. You don't
Nice
need,
instead of something
Yeah,
horrible.
yeah.
Once they've done that, they mix it all up
It looks less
and make
bad
this
now.
big
Yeah, he's made it
load
better. Like,
of
yeah,
gunk.
you have improved it.
And
Now
then
it's a
guess what we
burger.
can do?
What?
We can get a cutter and cut out our very own patty. Just like
This is the moment now with those kids. As soon as they had very own patty, they went,
Oh, yeah,
delicious."
nuggies.
Yeah.
put some breadcrumbs on it.
Breadcrumbs, you say?
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen, our very own patty. And all we do is whack them in a pan. Lovely. Now, who
sounds
would still
great.
eat this?
Oh, they didn't show his face. Oh no, I can't believe we found a version that didn't show his face afterwards. It's fucking amazing.
Every single the one that put his hand straight up and the rest went, yeah, go ahead.
No,
Because those kids are like, what, 5, 6, 7? They don't give a fuck about connective tissue.
They don't know what connective tissue
You're
is.
showing them the end product, and they're going, yes, nuggets, I want that.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
It's mad
Kids
as
will
well.
eat anything.
Yeah.
Like the videos maybe
They eat crayons.
Yeah.
the video's maybe 3 minutes long, and 2.5 out of those 3 minutes, he's got them back going.
Because that works
like
with
this.
kids if you do any like tone in it.
Exactly. And then he says the word patty and breadcrumb, and they
they're
go,
like,
"Ooh."
oh, that sounds great. like it overrides it
Yeah,
straight
and he
away.
did that positive at the end. You can make the very hungry caterpillar terrifying to a 4-year-old because 4-year-olds are fucking stupid.
And he ate, and he ate, and then he ended up hosting a podcast.
So-
It's because he's fat.
What the fuck is the point in that, you fat cunt?
Thank you. So yeah, the Jubilee thing that I found funny is that they're doing the cake.
Yeah,
Right?
isn't it a trifle?
Well, it's a trifle.
It's like a weird amaretti
But
trifle. Right.
they-
There was a competition to
they-
invent a new pudding.
And it was done by some fucking posh middle class company that I can't even remember the name
No,
of.
you don't say.
Yeah.
And they're like the ones that have exclusive rights to it. And it was a TV show,
Sure.
and Greg Wallace was probably involved for 10 minutes or something like that.
Which I never understood his fucking job role. What is an ingredients expert?
Yeah,
You just
he
stand there and go, that's an onion, that's a trifle. I know the fucking difference. Put me on telly. What
Yeah, he just wanders around being like pleased by food, and like I'll stand up for Greg Wallace a bit in that like his main job is just to be good vibes. He's like Mika Richards for commentating. He's not adding a lot, but you enjoy him.
Yeah. Except Greg Wallace would be allowed to work inside
Buckingham Palace. Yeah, jeez, if they ever have a kickabout in the backyard.
But yeah, so here's the things. They made the trifle, some fucking thing won,
yeah.
you know. And vegans started kicking off because the trifle wasn't vegan enough.
It's a trifle. You can't have a vegan trifle.
I like look.
Which is aquafaba and fucking avocado.
I mean, you
No.
can have a vegan trifle, but it's sad and it tastes bad.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
It's the case
is
with
that
most vegan things.
Is this the bit you want to complain about with the royal family? Is it?
No,
Is
I
that the problem?
I just found it so funny that vegans were like, how dare you exclude us out of this particular thing?
It's
They
like we're
don't
not going to
help
spend the rest of
themselves.
this year putting any more horrible things in children's mouths. They get sugar as an apology. Now go away.
I've just found a picture of Harlem Globetrotters visiting Buckingham Palace, and they weren't allowed inside.
Yeah. Is that genuinely true?
Well, no, I just
right.
I just googled Harlem Globetrotters Buckingham Palace to see if I could find a picture of them indoors, but no, they're just outside. Yeah.
Wow.
There you
I
go.
genuinely didn't know this about the sordidness.
So, did you not know that the royal family was racist?
No, right, no, I thought...
Read one history book, Freddie.
So I thought that the royal family was racist insofar as...
If you married a black person, they would push you out.
Insofar as all old people are a bit. Right.
To be
So-
fair, I reckon if my gran had that sort of power, there'd be a lot of like
So,
exemptions coming
So,
in.
I mean, I said this about Captain Tom, right? If Captain Tom had Twitter, some of the fucking shit that he'd have put on there...
Mate, if he had it during the war,
Exactly.
I don't reckon he called Moroccans a nice name.
Exactly. Exactly. So what I was saying is like, I thought that they were just... over time, and there was loads of documented stuff that's like looks bad now, but in the time it wasn't that
it's
bad. But
currently
but I
ongoing.
didn't. And then I thought the thing with the Meghan thing.
Stuff that looked bad, looks bad now, but wasn't that bad at the time. The royal family and India. Yeah, looks bad. Looks
In
bad
hindsight,
now.
oh god, classic cancel culture.
Yeah, at the time. So many woke
but I genuinely.
Those woke Indians starving to death.
get eaten by lions.
But
Go woke, go broke.
I genuinely thought that was, and then I thought the Meghan Markle thing was, it doesn't look good, but maybe the press were making a bit more of it than what they were making of it. I didn't
That's
realise.
very charitable of you.
I didn't realise that there's an actual law where she was like, you all have to hire black people, but not me.
Yeah.
Like, that's...
And that's not the law, by the way.
dreadful.
The law isn't you have to hire black people. It's that you can't discriminate against people because they're black.
But I can.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
insane.
They literally, it is legal for if you apply for a job at Buckingham Palace and you're not white, it's legal for them to go, fuck off, you brown cunt.
And it's not like people don't do that anyway by just not offering them interviews.
But
she wanted it. She wanted it literally on paper and on record that I don't have to.
Yeah, so she doesn't even have to pretend that it's a different reason.
I want to make it very clear that if you're washing the Queen's china, you're not welcome.
You can't be from China.
Wow.
Yeah.
How many... I mean, can you find out how many black people are actually hired by the palace?
Well, none.
So none are hired?
I think the numbers... I think it's changed slightly now. That law technically is still in place.
It isn't.
I think that, the reason we're having this conversation is that Rob and I saw the same Twitter post.
Yeah, I did see that tweet. Yes. I
just said Twitter post like a right nerd, didn't
I know.
Tweet.
That was such
Twitter
a grandma
post.
thing.
Post of Twitter.
Yeah. Sounds like you were on Twitter like this. Ethnic minority staff at Buckingham Palace. Here we go. Hey, it claims 8.5% ethnic minority staff, but none in the office, which is where the exemption is.
Really?
It doesn't say none here,
Oh,
but that is
right.
where the exemption is. So I'm assuming they may be like, we'll let them clean,
Yeah.
but we'll search them on the way out.
Oh, they are good gardeners.
Yeah.
Maybe they just think, grieving families won't take hush money from a black person. That's why they can't work in the admin.
Sure, yeah.
That is... I honestly can't believe that it's that bad.
Yeah.
But it is.
Well, obviously, I don't know if you know about the history of Britain, mate. We've not exactly got a clean record of not being racist.
There's quite a lot of this stuff, right?
Yeah, and it usually comes from the royal family or their mates.
So I read this book called 52 Times Britain Was a Bell End. Right.
Oh my God, this sounds like such a like our very British problems.
Jeremy
sort of thing.
Clarkson's potted history of imperialism.
Yeah, basically, you read a toilet book about our history.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
what was your favourite comic strip in it?
Well, my favourite story about it was about the shortest war in history.
I know, you told me this on the roast once. You tried to tell me this. You remember when I played the QI theme song over you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, do you know what the shortest war in history is?
I know you're dying to tell somebody.
I
so
am
go
dying
on,
to tell
me.
you.
It was between Freddy and Calorie Control.
That's not a war, that's a massacre. It's just nice to come and not be called fat by you for once.
I know.
Because normally I get it from you because of my, innate levels of greed, but I managed to only put it
Sam's
on
like a fat cunt, in his soul.
Yeah.
He's just the greediest man.
I'm fat on the inside, whereas you're fat on the outside. And also fat on the inside because of cholesterol.
You have put on a bit of weight, though.
I don't know if he has.
And
He's been this level for a while.
I've timbered out a bit now, yeah.
You look like you're playing a butcher in a Broadway musical.
Works for me. Better than looking like I should be bare chest boxing at the end of a pier in the 1840s.
I'd more than happily do that. That's a great life for me. The Anglo-Zanzibar War is the shortest war in history. 42 minutes.
I mean, I can tell from those two words that they're already fairly outmatched.
I don't know if Zanzibar rules the waves.
Anyway, Zanzibar didn't win. So anyway, what happened is the king of Zanzibar, whatever, died, and they wanted to install their own leader, and Britain was like, no, you shall be installing who we tell you to.
Again, you sound like this is a novelty to you. We've done that historically countless times.
Just us in America deciding who's in charge.
The people of Zanzibar, and one leader was like, no, I'm the people's rightful leader, and he took residence in the castle, and Britain literally went, okay, so you have till 9 a.m. on Tuesday to get out of that castle, or we will bomb the living shit out of you. And they were like, well, we're not scared of you, this is our uprising, this is our recognising, and recognising? Whatever. I
think he's going for revolution.
Yeah, revolution. This is our recognising. You are. I thought I recognised you.
You are the king. You are. Oh, you are. You're our tyrant oppressors. Okay, yeah, I recognise.
It was him and 3,000 of his most loyal fucking people, right? And Britain gave it till 9:01. And shelled the living shit out of the palace. 1 minute
more grace than we normally give
for 43 minutes until they surrendered. Mass casualties on the other side because they were ill-equipped to deal with it. Yeah.
What a fun story.
And then we invoice them and charge them for the shells that we use to bomb their own people.
That doesn't shock me. No.
Which I think is such a good fuck you.
Well, Haiti's still paying reparations to France. It's like, you were the ones doing the enslaving.
What, Haiti is still?
Yeah, paying billions to France over the years in reparations.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Well, that was a huge thing with emancipation in the first place. We didn't pay off like freed slaves. We compensated slave owners for the money they lost when people stopped being their property.
Yeah.
That's how that worked.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, Sam should know it's in his family.
That was fun. My mum. I'll explain that.
So you're the ancestor of a slave owner?
Yeah, if there was a statue of Sam, it would get chucked into a harbour.
My mum started doing the ancestry stuff years ago because she wanted to like find out more things. She found a couple of fun things, like my great granddad killed 2 people when he was dicking about on the mines.
Right.
Jumped into a cart and it just went down the shaft and crushed him and a couple of other people. That was quite funny.
Sure.
And then she went a bit further back and found out that basically we used to be slavers and they told us you can't do that anymore. So we went much more ethical and became whalers instead.
Wow.
Yeah. Where do you think a family gets the surname Gore from? It's like Baker, Butcher, Gore.
I mean, it basically means triangle of land, I think, but it's not one that we had any legitimate claim to.
Sure. It was someone else's triangle before you got there.
And you're going to plant some sugar on it.
Dear God.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah.
Slave, and then you went whaling as well.
Apparently so, according to what she found. Yeah.
But that's like, I mean, at least take this as the chance to do some good. You know, set up a charity or something.
No, they knocked that on the head. They started doing veal farming after that.
Welcome to Gore's baby kicking workshop.
Yeah.
Just get to boot children in the face 24/7.
Yeah, it'd be slightly more ethical than their actual past.
I think you'll find we've been trying to spread the word about climate change now for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Started with Al, and now that's our family mantle, isn't it?
Right.
Al Gore's the most famous one.
Oh, he's probably
He
the most
warned
famous
you.
Gore.
He warned you.
Yeah, but in a
Did you
really
listen?
boring way. So
Yeah, he wasn't sexy. It's the same problem with Greta.
Get Rihanna to host it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're saying the problem with Greta is that as a 14-year-old...
She's
She
18.
wasn't sexy enough.
Now, yeah.
Yeah, but no one's still listening to her. Like, I feel like
You're
if
saying
she-
now she's 18, she needs to open that yellow Mac up a bit. Is that what you're getting at?
Yeah.
She
How-
needs to do a Miley Cyrus. You know, like she needs to come in her adult mode and be like, I'm a slut now.
I'm not.
What-
I'm
what-
just
yeah.
saying.
You have ruined my childhood.
of
and now I will ruin your dick.
of all the
Hannah Montana is deader than the glaciers.
of all the Scandinavian teenagers to have that message, you couldn't have picked a least fit one.
Yeah, but the rest of them are busy, like, you know, getting shagged and like having a nice time, innit?
No, it's a shame because she quite. But the thing is there is something in that, in the fact that she quite clearly has a very important message.
Yeah.
And I genuinely think that if she was fit, more people would listen.
Yeah, probably.
No, I think you're forgetting about basic misogyny. I think if she was more attractive, people would just say, what does she know? She's just a fit, blonde Scandinavian
Actually,
girl.
yeah, it didn't go the other way,
There
wouldn't
is
it?
literally no situation, thanks to cunts like you, under which that girl could have won.
Do you know what it is, Sam? I hear what you're saying, and you actually talking sense. What I'm saying is, she probably, in an ideal world, needs to be a 6.5.
Yeah, he did say more attractive. He didn't say, like, you know, just a little bit more.
Yeah. That's the problem with women, isn't it? There's a point at which they become too pretty to be credible.
Yeah. There's a very little margin.
Oh God! Is it too late to sort of disassociate myself from this podcast?
No, you
because there's
did
so
this.
many
You
bits
fucking
that
did
can be
this.
clipped up.
Paraphrasing you.
Yeah.
No, you're not.
He was quoting you.
I was saying there is a problem in our society
That women aren't fit enough.
No, that they're not listened to.
It's like Countdown, isn't it? You used to really think about the maths when Carol presented it because she was a solid 7. But with Rachel now, it's like, I don't believe you've really done that. I'm going to check this on a calculator. That's what Freddie does. Sits at home and goes, you're too attractive to be credible. I don't believe you. I'm going to work it out for myself.
Too much of a Tory to be credible.
Like, honestly,
She is a little Tory, is Rachel Riley, isn't she?
She could be full Nazi and I'd still crawl over broken glass to sniff her bumhole. Like, I could see a goose stepping up the mall and I'd still fucking be delighted.
I'm not going to share this podcast with my fan base.
I'd
Put that out
love
there.
for you to, because you have quite a what do we say, like liberal fan base, maybe?
I don't know if liberal's quite the right word. Maybe in the modern interpretation of it, I don't think they're classic liberals.
I am what would be loosely termed a satirist, I guess. It's slowly become
He
that.
writes filthy stories about politicians and that, basically.
Yeah.
Like horrible horror stories. They're dead funny. But yeah, like, it's very funny whenever he does one, like, because because you're not quite what your fans hope you to be. I think that's fair to say.
My first loyalty in everything I do is to being a bit of a prick and being amusing with it. That's the only thing I particularly care about.
Yeah. So whenever he does, so like whenever Sam will do one that lightly takes the piss out of, say, Jeremy Corbyn, and it won't, it'll be just a gentle bit of fun, and they will lose their shit.
Oh, I can imagine if you wrote identical ones with Priti Patel and Angela Rayner.
Yeah.
One's flying and one's tanking.
Absolutely. I mean, people take offence to whatever they want to take offence to. Like, I got brigaded by Sargon of Akkad's whining little fanboys when I suggested.
Sargon of Akkad, are they which one are they? Are they right or left?
He's very right.
Right.
Can I just sort of say, I don't understand what that means as a sentence. I got brigaded. What does that mean?
So it means that like all their followers like come onto your stuff and like comment on everything. It's like a brigade of their followers attack you.
Oh, Christ.
And it's something that we're going to start doing. We're going to look into with our fans. So,
Really?
Yeah, let's do some brigading.
Gosh almighty, this advert for a women's refuge has got a lot of comments.
What women's refuge is advertising? I think they're oversubscribed, to be honest with you. I don't know if they need to advertise like their fucking Huddersfield uni.
That's weird Facebook advertising, isn't it? Targeted ads.
Mate, tell you what's been happening to me recently that I think is a result of this. So we'll get back to it, but I keep getting targeted ads where it's like, hey, if you're watching child porn, stop it.
No, behave.
They are all over Reddit at the moment.
Yeah. They're all over Reddit, and I think it might be because of the videos I get sent for this, and like because I had to search like is it still bestiality if the animal's dead? I had to search that.
Yeah.
So I
Turns
think
out it is, by the way.
Yeah, really illegal.
Yeah, really
so
illegal.
like, I think I'm on a fucking watch list. They're like, hey, and the tone of the adverts is like, hey, we understand looking at child porn's fun. But you got to knock it on the head.
Really?
That's like the general tone of it.
Legit?
Yeah.
Hey, we all like to have a laugh at a joke.
Yeah. But not kiddie porn.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really funny.
And they'll never stop me.
I mean, I think looking at the number of people on Reddit that have said they've seen them, I think the logic behind the algorithm is that anybody that watches a lot of porn is getting pushed these adverts because all porn.
I don't watch like a lot of porn.
All porn is apparently a gateway drug to noncing.
I watch about 5 to 10 minutes a day. I'd say I don't think that's a lot.
3 wanks a day. Good for you.
No, I light a few candles and romance myself, mate.
That takes 8 minutes.
Yeah. So you got brigaded by Sargon of what's he called?
And this was because I wrote a thing about Priti Patel that suggested that she might like to tear dogs in half with her bare hands.
I mean, that's quite clearly not true.
I know, and
I don't know.
Unless they were Romanian strays.
This is it, yeah.
But the pretend offence at like something that was clearly written as dark humour, where they went like, well, this is just misogyny. And it's like, I'm not being lectured on misogyny by these fucking weebs.
And they're always
It's
the ones
hilarious.
who are like, cancel culture's disgusting, and then you say something they don't like, and they're the first ones to be like, ban this filth.
And because they think they're being hilarious by using it against me, whereas the thing is, I've never actually cancelled anybody, and I couldn't give less of a fuck.
No, exactly. You're not that guy.
I keep people on my page that like vehemently disagree with me constantly, because funnily enough, if I ignore them and they call me a cunt constantly, lots of other people disagree with them, and I get more clicks on the page. Don't bother me in the slightest. They're fine.
That's it. They assume that you're like the stereotype of a left-wing person, and you just ain't that.
No, by all means, tell me off. I don't give a fuck.
Exactly. I've never known a man more numb to criticism than Sam. He's had years of writing these stories with people like losing their shit. I've never seen anyone be less affected by it.
I mean, they really need to see early Sam Gore. Like
Sam, new to the circuit, Sam Gore.
New to the circuit, won every new act competition going within like the space of 2
To be
years.
fair, that was 15 years ago, sort of peak Frankie Boyle, when every new act was just trying to be as horrible as possible, and I was just good at it.
It just fell in your wheelhouse.
Very, very good with it.
Yeah, I know.
And he signed with Gag Reflex and fucked it up. But yeah, I remember Sam would go on stage and he'd wear a suit, right? And it was Mark Lamar-esque, like what he'd do. And he had one thing, just a line that always stays with me.
He's probably still doing it.
Alpha.
He said,
probably not if Freddie liked it.
He said, just recently, in the pursuit of irony, I used a bag for life to smother a puppy. And it was just,
great.
It's just such, it was such a throwaway line that was just put in there, but it always made me laugh. I used a bag for life to smother a puppy. And he'd say that to weekend audiences. Weekend stags and hens, and oh my God, we're all out for Laura's birth. What puppet? Oh my God.
Yeah. There's nothing more joyful than that, though, innit? Just having that bit of just like, I'm going to say something horrible now.
Yeah, and to be fair, I said it to Weekend Stags and Hens for a few times until I rapidly realised that my 5-minute competition set needed a lot more work to do a 20-minute weekend club set. Which is where me and Gag Reflex both made the same mistake.
Well, I always thought it was weird when you signed with that agency because you were like...
I didn't have a fucking clue about anything when I started in stand-up. I was just a horrendously arrogant little 21-year-old who thought I was going to be the next big thing. I was so sure of how easy it must be because 5 minutes was so easy.
But you had a very defined style from the start, which is dark humour, done really well and really intelligently, which is not what everyone else was doing because we kind of started roughly at the same time. You've been going a little bit longer than I had. But yeah, back when we started, Frankie Boyle was huge, Jim Jeffries was huge, Jimmy Carr was huge. And what would happen is that every open mic night, you get 10 straight white men all trying to do the same thing. But what happens with shock comedy or offensive comedy is that it only works if you're the most offensive one. So what had happened is someone would go on stage the first act, please welcome act number 1. And act number 1 would go on stage and be like, hey, guess what, guys? This morning, I raped a baby. And then act 2 would come on and be like...
I raped 2 babies.
Yeah. And then act 3 would come on and go, I raped 2 babies, but one of them was dead. And then act 4 would come on and go, I raped 2 babies, one of them was dead, and the other one's mother was watching me the whole time. And then the fourth... And then before you knew it, it got to the point where whoever was on last was like, right... So I raped 2 babies, and then
I went to market.
Yeah, on my way to school, I saw an orange, a lemon, 3 rape babies, 4 rape babies, 5 rape babies. To be fair, that'd be quite easy to remember in the round, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but that's what happened. But Sam stood out because he was doing it actually intelligently and uniquely,
very eloquently.
And then one agency, Gag Reflex, who were a big agency at the time. I thought they were a big agency at the time. We're like, we're going to have some of him. And it was like, oh, okay, here we go. And then it was like, it like they didn't really know what to do with him. Do you know what I mean? It was...
I don't hold it against them. I think that at the time, I don't think most big agencies aren't people that are kind of there to build up new acts from nothing to the point you need to do some groundwork and figure out how much that person actually knows about comedy when you sign them in the first place. Because I didn't have, like I say, I was just a dreadful little prick of a 21-year-old. I was so sure of it. I needed to get battered a bit to kind of recognise how much work you actually need to put in to succeed. And I'm still yet to put that level of effort in, which is why a lot of the other people that were kind of around at the same time as me are not envious of my current career.
Was it Joe Lice that you beat in a competition?
Oh, the Laughing Horse final. I think I beat like Nick Helm, Joe Lycett, Andrew Ryan. I can't even remember exactly. I think maybe even Kai Humphreys might have been in it, and a couple of other people.
That's a strong fucking...
Yeah, like I beat Chris Ramsey in some competitions.
Yeah, where's he
like
now?
That, exactly.
Arenas.
Yeah.
But like, see, when I started, it was all Stuart Lee or Russell Howard. That's who everyone was trying to be when I started. And like, I didn't know which one was more annoying because Stuart Lee ones, they'd just go and repeat something over and over again without a punchline, which was so boring. But then
there was a whole period of that being fucking everywhere.
Do you know what?
Or like the Russell Howard ones where they're just being super cheerful in a tight t-shirt.
I think me and you were both at the Ape and Apple open mic night ones where we saw a particular act who's still going to this day rip off Richard Herring's put down of a heckler word for word, and it turned out that it was one of his own friends that he brought with him. So, you know, Richard Herring putting down a heckler and he's there's a pause, oh, you missed it, you know, that sort of thing.
Right,
it's very famous.
I don't know,
put
to be
down.
fair, but
and were you there?
I don't think I was for that one, no.
Oh, no, but everybody was trying to be those sort of acts. And now everyone's trying to be Acaster.
Yeah, it's super. Seeing like little new comedians trying to be like, just doing that all the time.
And no one's got no one new has like the kind of Acaster. He's got that kind of intrinsic understanding of how that works. He's intelligent enough to have that style. It's very unique to him. It's not one anyone should be trying to ape.
No, because as soon as you do, everyone's just like, new Acaster. It's like it's so obvious as well.
They don't even need to say anything. It's the way they hold the elbow in relation to where the mic is.
Like this. Yeah. Like when the Strokes came out and everyone started wearing the guitars up here. Doesn't know anything about music.
I don't know anything about
I hadn't
music.
actually noticed that. I'm going to watch out for that now.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, they put the thing out. It's a little wing.
It's like me and Simon Lomas constantly text each other photos of comedians holding microphones wrong. It does my fucking head in.
Yeah.
Does my head in. The worst one I've seen is someone cupping the bottom of it like that to hold so the stem of the microphone is up.
Like they're a fucking incense burner.
Yeah, so they hold it like this.
That's weird.
Yeah.
But haven't they got like what a radio mic or?
No. So the cable
So
sort
they've
of
got the
comes
lead
out of this, comes out of that bit of the hand, then like that. That's fucking atrocious. I've seen this as well, sideways like this.
What, with a pinky finger up?
Pinky
Ooh,
out.
Posh. Like a posh wank.
Yeah.
Isn't that how Trent Reznor sings?
Again.
Yeah. From 9 Inch Nails, mate.
I don't know.
Okay. It literally has 2 CDs, both of them Best of Bond. Best of Bond soundtracks in it, that's all you listen to.
I've never watched a James Bond film.
No, just loves the soundtrack.
It's fascinating talking to you in person. Do you have like a copywriter for your like fairly wordy and intelligent Facebook posts? Because in person, you do seem quite dummy thick in every sense of the word.
I'm just like, I know what I like, and I gravitate towards that.
And it's cheese.
I don't like...
Do you gravitate towards it, or do you pull it into your orbit?
Yes.
Big fat cunt.
Do you know what? I thought this was a mistake. I had a funny feeling that you two would G each other on.
Yeah, why do you think I wanted to bring my Bezzy mate on?
I mean, we are dreadful together.
Yeah.
We both drove each other to stopping drinking
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it went too far.
Yeah,
Like,
we really like when me and Sam really like bonded as mates was over a couple of particular Edinburgh festivals where we went actively in search of rock bottom.
yeah,
Like-
and we found it. We found
Yeah.
it hard. It was great.
To give you an example of like how bad we were during these Edinburgh festivals, at one point, Ro Campbell, Aussie comic, former roadie for bands right around the world, like a man who's seen a few sights.
Oh, right, yeah, I know Ro Campbell.
Yeah, Ro's a great guy. Loved Ro. He came into. We were in
Bannerman's.
We were in Bannerman's about 1 p.m. He comes in like with one of his Aussie mates who goes, "Oh fucking hell, mate! You got to meet these two. They drink fucking loads." And when Ro Campbell is saying that about you,
Irish.
yeah, he was, yeah, Irish guy. But we were both drinking double whiskies at like 1 p.m. I was probably on a gin.
Oh, right.
Would have been on a gin. I was going for my PB on gins for that, and I managed to go. I can't remember what I got through something like 70. It was
30.
it was 38 or 36. I think I got through
Yeah.
over the course of the 24-hour period doubles. Which, bearing in mind, I'm doing that with orange juice every time. So I drank 17 pints of orange juice over the course of the day. Woke up the next day feeling worse than I've ever felt, and that was purely because I legitimately gave myself vitamin C poisoning on top of the hangover.
Yeah, genuinely true.
You're like a homosexual man that's over it. Do you know what I mean? Another orange juice and vodka, please, baby.
It was amazing. At one point, he projectile vomited orange straight forwards.
Oh, wow.
It's the most projectile I've ever seen anyone vomit. It was genuinely incredible.
A lot of juice, and then just carried on.
Yeah. The next day, he's like, I've got vitamin C poisoning. Had about 4 gin and tonics, and he's like, I'm back on the orange juice.
Was that 2015?
It was
Maybe a bit later.
When we did
16
when
or
we did
something.
I
AAA?
think what was the year my mum died because it was that.
That
year.
was the peak one.
It was- yeah,
Sam
it
was
was-
very sad. So
Which year was that?
It was 5 years ago. That
So
it would have
17,
been- yeah,
16, 17,
2017.
around there, yeah. Yeah, it was very, very fun. We had a very fun time, but then eventually we're both like, yeah, we should stop this.
yeah. I mean, you weren't quite matching how sort of just nihilistic I was being until your girlfriend came up and dumped you in the middle of it, and
Yeah.
then you really
Then
got
I
on board
got
with the
really
drink.
into
Oh,
the
I remember
peak.
that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
remember.
I took mushrooms, and I think I might have found the love of my life, and I'm just going to leave this 15-year on-off thing that I've been dabbling with for ages because I had a really in-depth conversation about the cosmos with Marcus, and now I think I found the one. So sorry, Rob, I've come in here in person to tell you that I'm a fucking moron.
Is that what happened?
Just about, yeah.
No one ever told me.
Yeah.
Right, so
I'm seeing her this weekend at a fucking wedding. I'm delighted.
so break it down a minute. So you were with her for 15 years.
Not 15 years, about 7 years.
Right, 7 years.
Yeah.
And then she had some mushrooms.
Yeah, she went to a festival,
She went to a festival.
did some mushrooms,
Did some mushrooms.
cheated on me again.
Cheated on you again.
Yeah.
And then realised she didn't want to be with you.
Yeah, and then came to the Edinburgh Festival where I was doing my debut hour.
Oh, I remember this. It was
Yeah.
really funny because you were sad for like ages.
It
Yeah.
was funny because you were trying so hard and you were so disappointed.
Yeah, I worked really hard, and then it was just all.
And
fell
I think
apart.
as well that you were telling people that you were going to have a threesome a couple of days before.
Well,
it.
we had done.
Yeah.
We already had done. So
Yeah,
at
you
least
were
I got that out of the relationship.
I've had a threesome. Look at me. And then 2 days later,
He
you were
always
like,
does an impression of
"I'm
himself
all
when he's
sad."
trying to impersonate me.
So, Sorry.
I'm Rob Mulholland. I'm a fat cunt.
But every impression you do of me just sounds like Zippy from Rainbow.
It's because you sound like Zippy from Rainbow.
No, I don't. Oh, right,
So that's what happened.
Yeah.
She came all the way up to Edinburgh.
Yeah.
She couldn't
Flew
have,
in.
Couldn't have messaged. Couldn't have messaged you and said,
Yeah.
like,
And she also flew in on a night and then was like, I can't get a train till tomorrow, so I could have still stay.
wow. I mean,
Yeah.
I would have said no.
See, I did say yes until she went on my phone and went through messages with one of my ex-girlfriends and started quoting them to me, so then I kicked her out.
What?
Yeah, she's a fucking psycho.
What? Wait.
She was like, "Oh, you're pretty cozy with your ex." Oh, you like, and I was like, "I just said happy birthday on her birthday."
You've just cheated on me.
I know.
In a field.
I know.
After taking mushrooms.
I know. She was trying to get the moral high
You're
ground.
taking off your high
know.
fucking hallucinogenic horse.
Yep. She's the first person I know who took mushrooms and got worse.
That's
It was just so funny. One in-depth conversation when you're slightly high,
Yeah.
and she decided that was to the point at which she forged this soul bond. With
Yeah.
this complete stranger.
and also that also didn't work out afterwards, which is very funny.
course it
She was like,
fucking
I'm in love with him, and then like didn't happen. Fuck you,
Wow.
cunt.
Of course it didn't. He finger banged her in a portaloo and then fucked off.
Off for more cosmic adventures.
Yeah.
Wow. Sam, have you ever been with somebody who's mental?
Not having this conversation. I'm going to tell you that now.
Yeah, let's fucking swerve that. It's not a fun one. Fucking hell, you dick.
I thought it was really funny. Me and Sam did Edinburgh together.
Johnny Depp's a victim, though.
Right.
What?
I'm not going into that.
Let's talk about that.
All right.
Well, you know.
Well, I don't really know. Like, I don't know what's going on, but I think probably they're all cunts. Like, is my guess. In it?
The Johnny Depp Amber Heard thing.
Yeah. I'm not following it. I don't care.
No,
I
I'm
think
not really
that's.
following it
I think
either.
that tape where she was like, "No one's going to believe you, you big pussy."
Yeah.
I think that probably swayed it for me.
Yeah,
But the thing
look,
is, that's not what she needs to prove in court. They're deliberating on it now, aren't they? I mean, the allegation that she put in the article was that he was abusive, and he's suing for that.
Yeah.
She's counter-suing for the reputational damages of him suing her, basically. But the only thing that needs to be proven is that he was abusive at one point to her. It doesn't matter if she's been abusive, because that's not what was alleged in the article in the first place. He doesn't win by her getting thrown out.
It's not like a criminal case. It's just a...
He needs to sort of unanimously prove to a verdict to a jury of like 7 people that like he was never abusive,
To be
and there's
fair-
enough evidence to suggest he has done something shit.
I think they were
To be
both
fair-
being horrible
they're
shits.
both, it's a very toxic relationship, which is sometimes what it is. The situation is complicated and messy.
If you were abusive once and your defence is, to be fair, she is a cunt. Like, that's... I can get on board with that.
Like, I reckon if I'd smacked my ex around a couple of times, people would be like, fair enough.
But you didn't.
I didn't, though.
did you?
I didn't, though. I took the high ground and just called her a cunt loads of times.
I was just bewildered when I came into the flat that evening because I'd just woken up in a homeless
Oh, my
man's
God.
bed, so I was very confused.
This was so funny. So this night at Edinburgh that this happened, Sam got the drunkest he's maybe ever got. Like, because everyone, right, so what happened was, everyone was, like, going out, and I was like, oh, I'm just gonna, like, nip back, like, you know, see if she wants to come out and then
Cater
come
to
out.
this lunatic again.
Yeah, because she just arrived.
Okay.
I go back.
Kate's here, got to stop having fun.
Yeah, she then like, you know, tells me then we have this massive row, which lasts hours, obviously. But yeah, Sam, do you want to tell the story of what you did that
I
evening?
can't remember most of it. I got
Yeah.
very, very drunk. I think I left the loft bar, and then I was just very tired, and I got lost wandering about. And I found a mattress, so obviously I had a bit of a lie down.
Yep.
Just in an alleyway in Edinburgh.
As you would do.
Yeah, I just
Not
woke-
covered with piss and shit and
Just
cum.
woke up when a rat ran across my face, so then I had to go home.
So yeah, like Sam was like really trying his best to be like, but then at one point he was just like, mate, can I help tomorrow? And I was like, help tomorrow. Help tomorrow. You go to bed.
That's a sign of a really solid friendship. I
No, this
think.
was it. He was genuinely trying his best, but he was in such a condition it was not.
But it was like
fucking
an
happening.
hour and a half later when I was like hammered in bed, and I think I was just like trying to roll a cigarette when she came in to try and talk to me to try and manipulate me towards coming on side, and I was just
know.
like, "What?
This is the thing, like,
don't understand."
She was like wandering around this flat, like trying to like get people on side with her out of them.
It's like she was playing Civ.
psychopath.
She was trying to forge alliances in every bedroom. It was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, and like
like a Tory councillor. Like
I'll give you
door
a bushel of
canvassing.
wheat with wheat and like 3 gold if you back me in this campaign. I was like, no one here is on your side. You
yeah, it
fucking
was
mentalist.
crazy. She's genuinely an awful, awful piece of shit, and I can't wait to see her on Saturday.
What would you do if you found out that she had like a terminal illness? Would you feel sorry for her? And she said, Rob, like the only thing that I want is your forgiveness.
You could read about it in the memoirs, couldn't you?
Oh God, that was funny.
What?
So she sent me this letter.
She
Right.
did her own memoirs.
No. So she sends me this letter like after Edinburgh's finished, right? Like
Yeah.
at the end of it, she sends me this letter on the last day.
Who sends letters?
I know. Well, it might have been. No, it was an email, I think. Anyway,
Okay.
But it's this big, and like I was like, I don't want to fucking read this. So Sam goes to me. He's like, on the drive home, do you want me to read it to you in a funny voice? And I was like, and I just went, yes.
What voice did you use?
I can't remember.
Just
what
like a
voice it was.
standard being a cunt voice,
Yeah.
just that sort of. Reads it, and it's all this. It's like she doesn't like apologise or anything. She's just like, you got to. Like at one point, she said, "Go grab life," was what she said to me. Right, and bear in mind,
such an important part of this journey, and I think it would be such a shame to end our energy on such a.
there's all this sort of shit,
and
and then she's like, "Yeah, what you need to do? Don't hold yourself back. Go grab life." It's like I'm a professional comedian, and she was a law student. I'm following my fucking dreams. What are you on about, you daft cunt?
Go grab.
Yeah, I should have said go grab life, mate. She called me mate in it.
Wow.
That sent me fucking mental.
Yeah. She's got big Jules from Made in Chelsea energy.
Yeah. And she like then she's like and then she's like, oh, like there's a poem you wrote me years ago that I think's really beautiful. Can I use it? Because I'm gonna write my memoirs. And the letter I wrote back was fire and brimstone, like just like. No one wants to read your fucking memoirs, Anne Frank. No one, like you're a middle class student. You've never done anything interesting in your entire life.
Yeah, and it was like his Edinburgh shows as well. He hired me to punch it up a bit.
Yeah, me and Sam workshopped a little bit of it.
That's so incredible.
Yeah. So she didn't apologise, but asked for more shit. She's just grabbing all the time. Horrible piece of shit.
For a start, she comes across as very Gwyneth Paltrow.
Yeah, a little
conscientious
bit.
uncoupling bullshit.
But she doesn't like. But I think Gwyneth Paltrow has some sort of like ideals and things that she maybe cares about, and my ex doesn't.
It's very important to her to get hot ceramic eggs into them pussies.
I would say that anyone this narcissistic is like deeply fucking flawed as an individual.
Yeah.
To think that they can send it, go grab life,
mate.
Wow.
Yeah. I said to her, I was like, I can't believe you're the most narcissistic person in a relationship with a comedian.
Yeah, oh yeah.
How have you managed that?
Shit. And
Yeah,
you seen
mate.
her this weekend?
Yeah, because
Where's it at? Where's the wedding at?
It's at? I'm not telling you, obviously, but like,
Damn, because I could have. Oh, we could have had some fun.
But like my so you remember the guy I wrote about having that mad night out with in one of my old Edinburgh shows, my mate Steve. Like he's an absolute legend. Love that guy. It's his wedding, but he is getting married to my ex's best mate. Because like we were like, it was like me and her got together, and then those two got together,
shit.
and it was a nice little thing,
Double date.
for a little while, and now I've got to go to that fucking wedding. It's here, so like I'm turning. Like my plan currently is I'm turning up because I don't drink as well, which I think is good. We'll keep temperatures down. I'm going to go to the ceremony, going to stay for the speeches and the meal, say hi to everyone, get in a couple of photos, and then fucking leave.
What I would have
That's my
done
plan.
if I was you is like 6 months ago I would have worked on making yourself attractive. And then you turn up,
Mate,
and then people are like, "Oh my god, is that Rob Mulholland?"
Look, this is the best I can do. Look, this is me in the best shape I've ever been in. I've been going gym,
have a
This
shave,
is the yeah.
contacts.
I will be before. I will go to the barbers
Sort that
before I go.
Terrible skin out.
I have sorted that terrible skin out, mate. Spent £100 on that medicine, didn't I?
Oh, look at that!
Yeah.
What medicine are you trying?
No, it's just some like psoriasis medicine.
I mean, it's not-
spent the $1 on it.
It's still like it's there, isn't it?
A
But-
tiny bit though.
Yeah, it's like a lawn.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's been abused over many years,
Sure,
and there's
like-
lots of dark
Look,
patches where the grass doesn't
The
grow.
hairline is not getting sorted. There's nothing that short of a trip to Turkey. There's nothing
That's
I
a
can
lost
do about
cause.
that.
That's gone.
It's gone.
That's a Windrush grandmother that's not
Exactly.
coming back.
Yeah. So this is why I've just shaved it down.
Say goodbye to Auntie Dorothy because she's not coming back.
Yeah. But like it is.
When she went, I lost all the recipes.
Yeah. Well, I do like. It is a weird situation. Like,
I'm bald and I can't make jollof. Come on.
yeah, like I have not been looking forward to going to this wedding.
No,
Like,
mate.
She's literally my least favourite person on earth.
Why don't you try manning up and getting the fuck over it?
Yeah,
Well,
you big
that's
pussy.
what I'm trying. I'm trying to do that.
Yeah. Why don't you try going and grabbing life,
But that's the thing.
mate?
That's the That's what I'm like, you know, I've never been happier. Life is good and everything, but like also, like, you can't make too much of a show of that because then you look like you're trying too hard. I can't be like, I'm actually really happy now, but like I am, you know.
Do you know what you want to do? Yeah. So what you want to do is you want to...
Might ask Paul if he can borrow his Lambo.
You want to... You coming out of a Lamborghini.
I'm not going to fit.
It'd be like a daddy long legs coming out of a plug. You know? Just limbs everywhere. What you want to do is you want to make a point of schmoozing with everyone other than her, and then you want to do the whole... What was her name?
Kate.
You want to do the whole... Kate? Oh, I didn't recognise you. Which is like saying, I've not thought about you constantly and obsessed about how much of a cunt you are. You've literally just left my mind. And for a narcissist...
She's quite hard to miss, though. She's a white woman with Chris Eubank's nose.
Wow. Is she going to come up to her and go, Rob, it's great to meet you. Finally, after so many years.
Yeah. And I'm going to knock her out.
You just go, because for a narcissist, the one thing they don't want is to be forgotten, right? Yeah. So that's what you do.
Like, my plan is just to blank and ignore, just to completely just
pretend you've eternal sunshine to completely.
Yeah.
Great shout.
Yeah.
Or go the other way. Yeah. Walk straight up to her.
Yeah.
Just twist her nipples.
Nuggy. Just child of bully, a Chinese burn.
Yeah.
Just lace up Prosecco with LSD and then have a really deep conversation. Oh
God, last thing I fucking need. Oh, hey, you look nice. Get on our Patreon.
Is that what we're going to do?
That's what I'm doing.
Just as quick as that.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what you get, even if you don't look nice, you get...
and let's be honest, our fans, you don't.
For £3 a month, you get an extra episode every single week. Mm-hmm. You get access to all the videos that we watch. You get access to all the extra content that we make. Rob's punishment set, the videos of all the live shows, loads and loads of stuff. And it's £3 a month. It's next to nothing. And
most importantly, it's not what you do get, it's what you don't get. You don't get your head kicked in by us. Right?
Oh, really? We're doing that now,
I promise everyone on our Patreon, I won't kick your head in.
Oh, that's very kind of you. Although,
if you're in the poverty pen...
Although I don't pay for this Patreon and neither do you, so does that mean we have to fight?
Yeah, let's have a little wrestle.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go now and oil ourselves up.
Deadmen, patreon.com/deadmen.
Deadmen.pod. Patreon.com. Deadmen.pod.
Bye.
Deadmen Talk Pod gives money. Give us some money, you cunt.
Should we watch some videos?
All right, let's.
Oh God.
Let's get to our favourite feature. It's watching the videos you send in to us. Now, Sam, before we do this, we always like to ask, and I think I know what you're going to say, but is there anything in particular you would not like to watch?
I'll take on whatever it is you're willing to. When it comes to screening these, are you two just both doing this, or are you doing it in shifts like the child porn squad?
No, it's just me. It's on I get.
Yeah.
So this is a surprise to you as well.
Yeah, I'm very much like the manager of the child porn squad.
But by the way, stop trying to phone the WhatsApp number. Right? It's not like it's not a real WhatsApp. It's not like on my phone.
It's keep
I keep getting missed video calls from pissed people.
That's really funny. Keep doing it.
No, but I don't get a notification. Nothing happens.
You have a work phone for this, do you?
Yeah. It's on a. I can access it through my phone, but it's on an app that doesn't give me notifications or anything.
Right. Okay.
So I use it on my computer. So you're just wasting your time. Sorry.
If you would like Rob's real number, it's 07582.
Broken the mics.
Flash it up on the screen in the edit.
You got so worried there.
Yeah, because I know what our fucking fans are like.
Do you know what's great as well is that I thought I was safe, but he's such a gangly fucking
mess
of a
man. Get over you.
It was like other end of the room.
Right, it's like blocking a basketball shot. Pow. Also, I know how fucking shit our editor is at beeping things out. He's meant a pharmacy.
Just got my phone blocked off me by Dennis Rodman over here. He was a blocker, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. Actually, he was a defensive
I don't think you can call them that.
All I know is they're not allowed inside Buckingham Palace.
Not with a hard R already. They're blockheads, mate. Come on.
So, here we go. Let's start with a nice fun one.
Nice fun one.
No, like genuinely.
Oh, it's coming on the big telly, is it?
Oh,
Excellent.
yeah. So, like, we start off with one that's actually not too bad. We'll work you
Okay,
up.
so can we guess what's happening here? So very quickly, there is a person, not really sure if it's a man or a woman yet.
In a bucket hat,
that is stood on top of a car. If I'm going to guess, it looks like an Audi A3 maybe.
Right, Clarkson.
Top speed, horsepower an hour. Yeah, that's how
Top
they work.
speed, horsepower an hour.
Yeah.
That's your car chat, is it? I take it back.
Yeah. And it looks like as well it's been modified because there's a little fluorescent light in one of the footwells and stuff. So it's at a car meet, isn't it?
Sure, yeah. It looks like, when car people hang out in car
Now, I
parks.
really hope what happens is someone drives the car and this person falls and kills themselves.
Right, well, let's have a look.
Oh dear God! Oh dear God!
That was well timed.
It's so well timed, isn't it?
Somebody jumps up, they jump off the car, and just as they do that, someone opens the door and they split their fucking middle.
Yeah, it's right in the gooch. It lands there.
Oh.
And, it gets the sharp bit of the corner right onto the bollocks. Yeah, I imagine it did hurt quite a lot.
Is he wearing a Donald Trump mask as well? That's what it looks
Oh,
like.
maybe. Yeah, let's have another look. But, what I like about it as well is his trousers get caught on it. He hangs for a second and then drops on his head. So what is he wearing?
He's wearing some kind of rubber mask, isn't he?
So, look, he hangs there for a second and then drops onto his head.
Do you know what as well is there'll have been a moment when he jumped when he thought to himself, this will look cool for Instagram.
It's the worst kind of pain as well, when something takes you out when you're least expecting it.
Yeah, 100%. Because he's going to be confused. He's not going to know what's happened for a while.
He's not confused.
Yeah.
He's confused.com. Car adverts. And then Brennan Reese comes in and someone plays the guitar and Cokie Falco does the thing.
Yeah.
Just auditioning, they make fucking shitloads of money.
Aye. Anyway, I thought that was quite a fun one. Do you want to see some people having a nice kickabout?
Yes.
There we go. Lovely kickabout.
This is going to be someone booting testicles.
Oh, shit! That's just two people dead. Why are you making me watch
No,
that?
they're fine. They're fine. They're absolutely fine.
This is actually a trailer for the new Hollywood film
moving.
about the...
He's moving. They're not dead.
It's a trailer for the new Hollywood film about the third kidnapped flight on 9/11. Two of them did the Twin Towers.
Really comes out of nowhere. Look, they're fine. They're moving. He gets back up straight away. He's
So that
rolling
is
around.
so for those of you that don't know this because you're not listening.
Too much diving in football.
It is an aeroplane. It looks more like one of those little propeller planes.
It's a microlight. It's what Harrison Ford always crashes.
Smashes into a football game.
Harrison Ford always crashes.
Yeah,
He
it's
is
like Nigel
doing it too
Farage
often.
just keeps crashing it. If you shouldn't be driving a car when you're like 83, you probably shouldn't be flying a fucking microlight. It's about 3 times he's crashed one now.
Has he?
Yeah.
Still surviving.
Yeah.
I
mean, that makes me respect him.
The pictures of Nigel Farage in the microlight crash are fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Why?
So
What
funny.
did he do?
Well, he was in a plane
Yeah,
crash.
he was in a plane
Can you
crash.
get one up?
Yeah.
So I can see
his little face when he's coming out of the wreckage. So funny. Here we go.
Because this is going to be the face of a man that shit his pants.
Oh, 100%.
It's a cameo I would have paid for.
Sorry, that is really, really...
Look at him stood in the field all sad.
Fuck off. Get that up big.
Absolutely shell-shocked.
Get that up big. That's so funny. That is so funny. Right, okay. So can if there's anybody who's listening to this who is good at Photoshop, and there will be, can some people please take the picture of Nigel Farage after his plane crash looking all sad in the field and Photoshop it in various inappropriate settings?
Yeah, that'd be great.
I'm sure that's been done 100 times
I think
before,
Twitter
yeah.
is way ahead of you on that one, mate.
Oh, mate.
Right, let's have... do you want to see someone... We're going quite injury heavy today.
I love injury heavy.
Yeah. Well, do you want to see someone getting absolutely what they fucking deserve?
That's always fine.
Yeah.
Is it us getting cancelled?
Oh, no, I've seen this one before.
Oh.
Yeah.
So this is a... Just stop it a sec. Just pause it. Pause it. So this is a man who is... the other side of a cage is a lion, and he seems desperate on petting it.
I know this is because you blur the videos out, so you don't want to get it struck off the internet. But
Yeah.
it's quite funny watching you narrate them. It's like Spring Watch, isn't it?
Yeah. Fucking Ming watch.
But also people listening cars and stuff. So he's very much getting his hands right in there, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he's poking his fingers through the cage, and now his hand is in a lion's mouth.
Yeah. I love the fact that everyone else is just filming.
Oh, he says fuck a few times.
Well, what else are you going to do? How can you help him at this point?
Yeah.
If you pull him too hard, the finger's coming off.
Thick.
My God, and that tiger as well.
It's a lion.
That lion.
Quite distinctive animals, lions and tigers, really.
That lion is toying with him at this point.
Look at its eyes as well. It's just like it's locked in.
Yeah.
This is grim.
Oh, and it's gone.
There's the finger gone.
And
Did you see the little trail?
Yeah, I
as
saw the
finger
little
went?
trail. Wow.
Oh, it's like a string of tendon goes with it, innit?
If I was that lion, I'd just spit it on the floor and be like, didn't even want it.
Yeah.
Didn't even want it, mate. Didn't
As
even
if
want your
you'd
finger,
spit
bro.
food out.
It's...
Do you want to see something worse?
That was fairly gratuitous.
Oh, do you want to see something way
I
worse?
thought you were going to be showing me
Same
sex
guy-
stills
same
for
guy
like-
Oh yeah, I'll show you some of that in a minute.
What's this?
I don't think I need to see this one.
Shit, just pause it.
There's not actually.
Just pause it. So this
There's
is-
not actually much blood. This
So
one.
this looks like a motorbike accident, but what you're showing me now as the camera's panning looks, well, it's the tyre skid, isn't
There's
it?
a lot of skid marks.
But
yeah.
there was a lot of blood there a second ago
a
as
little
well.
bit,
I mean,
yeah.
I thought the whole point of the videos you did on this podcast were like gross but funny stuff, whereas this is just
We're trying to-
roadkill. You're trying to broaden your horizons.
broadening
aren't you?
horizons,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I'm finding this hilarious and enjoyable. Do please continue.
No, this one's dead fun. Right, this one is the worst one.
Yeah, I can fucking tell by that.
Dele para trás, weón, ¿o qué?
Jesus Christ.
Quite a big burn down this side.
Dele para atrás.
Oh my goodness me.
Most embarrassing thing is he's got his bum out.
What's the comedy podcast element of this particular video? Just the fact he's got his bum out. Oh, come on. Oh, Jesus Christ. Fuck me! In the ass and mouth.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
not something I need. That's. Bring back Naked Martin.
We can watch some Naked
I
Martin
need
if you
to
want.
see that man's leg get turned into a fucking tureen. That's ridiculous. So what's funny now is just your reaction to my.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
I mean,
Yeah, it's funny for me.
Yeah.
he's also got a mullet that was dreadful.
Yeah, so it deserved it, if anything.
That was like the entirety of the skin down the side he lost there as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Do not hand that man a pack of discos anytime soon.
Don't give him original sauce for Christmas.
Now listen. I know that you've been upset since you lost your leg, but for Christmas we've all come together, pack of discos.
All right, we'll get back to something that's a bit more like on brand for our regular stuff.
Okay.
There we go.
So this is looks like somebody dumpster diving.
It's not quite a dumpster though.
Oh no, it's poo. It's poo.
It's a festival toilet.
It's a festival toilet. Adding some sperm that got shot in my ass just before.
So that's not sperm. What the fuck is that? That's like a cyst erupting. What the hell?
His bum's prolapsed a bit.
Mixing it all up to make a smooth paste and getting the hard pieces out. And this is a woman.
I don't know.
Looks like a woman, that. What's she
Wearing
doing?
it like a shower cap.
She's what?
She's put the bag on her head.
She's put the bag on her head.
Do you need the bucket? Sam, do you need the bucket?
Sam,
We've got the
Sam's-
Dead Men Talking branded sick bucket. There you go.
Oh my god!
Wow. You're
It's
right.
it is a man, like having a bath in it.
I think it's a woman, isn't it?
I don't know. No, I just
It's
saw
like
the
a
chest.
literal bath in
Just
it.
saw the chest.
Look at that.
If it is a woman, they've got no tits.
Yeah, that's the least of the problems, isn't it?
What the actual fuck?
Oh God, look at it slopping.
Naked Martin looks happy when he does these things.
This is the difference. Naked Martin does it with a sense of joy. She's
Yeah,
doing it out
I
of, he's
feel
doing it
like-
out of grim obligation.
To what? the man off camera with a gun.
Yeah. They're just having a bath in it.
No, it's the mix of colours.
Yeah. It's a lot. Oh, getting under the water. Not even holding the nose. I hold my nose when I go under normal water. because I don't want to get soap up my
But
nose.
genuinely, like the worst thing that's ever happened to me, I think of all the stuff, it was like lane swimming at the local baths and inhaling a plaster.
Oh,
Like that was.
but that is nothing
I mean,
compared to this.
How is it? That doesn't even look like a bomb hole.
No, it's prolapse. Don't worry, like we're kind of experts on prolapses on this podcast.
Yeah, we've watched. I mean, the worst one was watching that person suck a prolapse. That was horrible.
But it's like a single mound rather than the cleft of a crack. Where's the? I don't understand the physics of this weird.
Sorry, you don't understand that bumhole, right? Let me. I'll show you one of our classic videos that will explain it a bit more.
I understand the prolapse element of it.
Yeah, you see,
Is that the innards or a plastic bag?
No, that's the innards.
that's the innards
That's
of a
part of
prolapse.
her. Yeah.
It's like Tremors, isn't it?
I love that you're just fascinated by this one.
I am. Wow, that's like Alf.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, that can't be right.
I know.
That can't be healthy.
Got an elephant trunk. Yeah.
She looks like, she'd be a termite's nest worst nightmare. I wasn't quite prepared for the visceral reaction just to the bag of pus and shit on your own head. That was quite a legitimate gag I did then.
Yeah,
Imagine being fucked up the arse and having come up your arse and then thinking, do you know what? I reckon I could get something out of this.
I mean, that happened. When she said like that, when they said that had been, freshly laid in there, it takes a while to turn yellow.
I'll tell you what, mate.
Yeah,
I'll tell you what.
That's not fresh.
Turn yellow and thick.
Yeah.
It takes a while.
Come up my arse. Let me ferment it for a little bit. I'm going to grab some shit.
Ferment it. Like it's kimchi.
I'm just going to tie a plastic bag around my waist and fill it with a bit of water to really get the humidity going.
Yeah. Put it in a whiskey-aged barrel.
Here's a fun one for you, Sam.
Well, the sound already is disturbing me. No, stop. Absolutely not. Oh, taking the fucking headphones off.
I knew you would do this as well. It ended.
It's off.
It's off.
It's off.
It's off. It's off. It's off. Oh, it's back. Oh, that's going in deep.
Now, what's happened there is I've used a little bit of inside knowledge. I know that Sam has a really weird phobia about people brushing their teeth.
I know he does. Were you actually sick? Oh, God.
I maybe overrated this.
Just about.
Were you actually sick?
No, not quite.
Oh, not yet. We're still trying to get one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
I fucking knew you would do that as well.
Yeah. He told me as well he was going to. And I didn't stop him, Sam, so I apologise.
Do
you know what?
I don't know, that's interesting because for me, I think the sound's always a big part of it, and I heard it coming and didn't quite recognise what it was. But as soon as the visual came,
as soon as it connected. Yeah, so that is from a video called Bad ASMR, where they deliberately try and make the most disgusting noises they can.
Cruel.
That's great. So Sam has a phobia about teeth brushing.
Yeah,
I brush my own teeth. It's fine. It's very specific as well. I don't give a shit about electric toothbrush. That's fine. The sound, the visual, that, the mother middle.
Yeah.
It's the manual toothbrush. And the fucking savages who froth it all over their face like they've never had anything in their mouth before.
This guy is... I knew this. So this guy is covered in froth, gagging himself with a toothbrush.
It's fucking vile.
It's interesting, because I knew about this with Sam as well, and when you said that you were going to do it, I remember saying, please, Rob, don't. It's not, it's not fair. It's not fair on Sam.
I've got better than I used to be with it as well, because I was seeing a girl years ago, and she walked into the bedroom doing it, and I threw up on her shoes. Straight, I was sat up in the bed looking at my phone, and I had to convulsively go over the side of the bed and threw up all over her shoes.
I did a rap battle with Sam once.
Yeah.
It was still the worst thing that's ever happened. Worse than the plaster, actually. I'm not forgiving you for this. Don't remind me, you fucking cunt.
I brushed my teeth in front of him, and then afterwards he had some water, and I put a little bit of toothpaste in the water to make it look like.
Oh, was that all it was? I thought you'd spat it into my cup. I thought that's what you'd done.
No, just.
Oh, thank for that. The reason why I was retching so hard is because I thought you'd spat your toothpaste water into my cup, and that made me feel so ill.
No, I just put a bit of toothpaste.
Oh,
in
okay. Oh, thank you. That's that. Well, I've been angry at you for about 7 years. I've secretly quite hated you for nearly a decade. That's less bad. That's much less sad.
I just put a little bit of toothpaste.
I can deal with that.
Yeah, it was just the thought. Did you genuinely not know that?
No, I thought the joke was that you'd spat into the cup and I was drinking your regurgitated froth, and that's why I was vomiting on the stage. I had no idea it was just toothpaste. That makes me feel a lot better. I feel like I've gone up like 10 degrees Celsius.
Oh, Jesus.
Right. It's unnecessary.
I do apologise.
I probably need to.
Also very funny.
So I probably need to remember when I'm pranking people and tell them. Do you know what I had the other day? So Kyle Legacy.
I'm aware of it.
He said that he was doing a rap battle with somebody else, and I can't remember who he said he was doing it with.
Sure.
But he was like, yeah. So if you've got any dirt on this person, then you'll let me know. And I went, oh, you know about his mum, don't you? And he went, what about his mum? And I said, you know his mum had Munchausen syndrome. And when he was a child, she kept him off school because she told everyone that he had terminal cancer. Yeah. And she made him think that he had terminal cancer. And his eyes lit. This is fucking gold, this. Yeah. So he was like, thanks so much. And I remember thinking at the end of the gig, I should probably tell him that I'd made that up. Yeah. And I've not.
The thing is, even with that, roast audiences don't necessarily know that it's not true. Or confuse the person on stage, but the crowd won't fucking care. They'll just laugh at it.
Yeah, they're not asked, are they?
Yeah, Sam did a load of stuff about my sister being in a wheelchair, which is not true. Yeah.
I genuinely thought that was true up until this day.
Yeah,
it's true in my sexy mind.
No.
What is a disability?
Well, she has a muscle condition, but you wouldn't know she's disabled at all. It's just
wouldn't know.
No, you totally wouldn't.
Lives a normal life.
It will eventually degenerate, but it could be fucking years in the future. She's fine. Like at the moment, she's absolutely fine.
Is she older than you?
Yeah, a couple of years older.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it degenerated really bad in the next 12 months, would you give up comedy to look after her?
No, she's on her own.
It was so quick. Yeah. So quick how we dismissed that.
No, we're paying a social care levy now. Fuck that.
Yeah.
My tax has gone up. Getting the home yourself.
Yeah, exactly, mate. Cost of living crisis. Yeah. Already paying.
Oh, didn't even do the... Perhaps.
It's not in
the
his
best thing I
system,
can do is carry on doing comedy and raise her morale.
It's to live vicariously.
Exactly.
As a great woman once said...
Grab life, mate.
Grab life.
Grab life, mate.
Right, shall we have a little palate cleanser from Naked Martin? Let's see what Naked Martin's up to.
What you up to, Naked Martin? What you've been doing with your week?
We are going to commission a jingle for Naked Martin. We think.
What you doing, Naked Martin? Why is it that you fucking reek? Is it because you smear pum on yourself? Pum. Yeah, it's like poo and cum.
There we go.
Crocodile up his arse.
Oh,
what's he doing?
Like it's going to snap.
Yeah,
there is no
like
service tension in that sphincter, is there?
Oh, no. It looks like a stretchy crocodile.
The concentration on his face.
Yeah, you've got to concentrate hard. There you go. Just a little fun one this week.
Just a crocodile.
Fair enough. Look at that, my mum. Fair enough.
Yeah. Love Naked Martin. What a guy. It was
God
his birthday this week.
It was. We did him a little happy birthday.
Yeah. I saw, yeah.
And the cake was made of cum and piss.
Yeah. Yeah. He's been having a great time. Look at him celebrating his birthday in the garden.
He does quite well flaccid, doesn't he, old Naked Martin?
Oh, he's got a big old cock.
Big old cock, yeah.
Yeah. I think that's why he's so keen to get it out all the time.
Yeah, fair enough.
Like, if I was packing that, I'd be naked in the garden all the time.
Yeah,
shoving stuff up your arse and smearing poo on yourself.
I mean, I'm doing that anyway.
Do you reckon he's got those big leanders, the big conifers? Because, like, if you terrace house, if you're looking out the window...
I have seen one of his videos where you can see there is another house that overlooks his garden. Like, I could see a bedroom window in the video, so they can see him.
Yeah.
But if you live next to him... I would love to live next door to Naked Martin. What a fucking hilarious life that'd be. But like, what's he up to now? Yeah. I mean, I imagine the smell and the flies might not be great.
Can we have our bub? You know what? Keep it.
No, to be fair, it's like his Dexter room always looks like he's hung news sheets in it.
Yeah.
Like
he puts down plastic. He's got like a glittery background he uses.
Yeah.
You know, he knows what he's doing. He's
a
home
studio setup very similar to this.
Yeah, exactly.
He looks after it. He's not a fool.
He's a content creator just like us.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I don't begrudge him at all. I genuinely love the level of fun he has with it. Like that is the difference between him and Bin Bag Girl, or Guy, whatever it was. Yeah. Like he does it with a glint in his eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that person looked sad
and a crocodile in his bum.
Yeah.
Never worked a day in his life.
He has. He used to have proper jobs.
Did he?
Yeah. Well, we're hoping, Martin, if you're watching this, we want to come interview you. We'll come down to you. So let's get that sorted. Because we want to go. I want to go ask him.
Down to Basingstoke,
Mate, we'll go. I'll go. If he was on Mars, I'd go interview him.
Like, the worst thing about this situation is going to Basingstoke.
Yeah.
You want to go to a man's house so that he can show you a tour. Like, yeah, this is the little studio where I pull toys out of my bumhole, and this is the one where I shit in my own hands and clap, and all the rest of it. And just don't get him to brush his teeth.
5-hour drive.
He's the only interesting man around that area. Definitely, he's the only person doing anything fun. So yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
I think that's about
Dead Men on Tour.
Yeah, let's go Dead Men touring, innit?
Oh, you thought about this.
There we
I
go.
just love this idea that you can't say anything anymore, and we're sat like...
I know, it's ridiculous,
what would
isn't it?
Mary Whitehouse think of this?
She'd probably be less of a pussy about people brushing their teeth.
I feel like, with the exception of that, I got off quite lightly with the videos. That's fine.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. I could show you some of the old ones if you want. Like, right before you go, if you feel like you've got off lightly, I can't have that. Like that feels like that feels like a challenge, to be honest with you.
The maggots.
Yeah, probably maggot.
The maggots are good.
Here we go.
I'd grab that bucket, mate.
Mate, you can't ever have that laptop stolen.
I know, mate. It's fucked.
Yeah, we've broken him.
Yeah, this is the one.
This is the one. He's literally speechless. The maggot one.
Is there one in it as well?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I know.
Oh no.
It's bad, isn't it?
Oh. Why are you putting the volume up?
Because one of them sings.
It's time to face the... Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that big one turns the camera and sings Ave Maria.
I mean, they don't eat, like, dead flesh, do they? So technically it's perfectly safe.
Yeah, it's not safety that's the issue, though, is it?
I love the fact he's put his fucking Twitter handle on there as well.
Yeah,
as if we're all gone, yeah, I want to see more of this.
Yeah. Go lurking _350 _non-stop.
Should we see what he's up to?
Can you put this on Twitter?
Right.
Does Twitter not
Twitter has no censorship at all. You can put whatever you
Does
want
it
on
not?
Twitter. No,
Let's have a look.
Not even this.
Nah.
Oh, it's going... Oh.
Lurking _350 _non-stop.
Let's see.
LURK.
Can you really just put whatever you want on Twitter?
Yeah. Oh, mate, we'll show you...
How come I get banned for calling people a cunt?
Yeah, but Naked Martin posts everything on Twitter.
Yeah, we saw a video on Twitter the other week of the perverse family, which is horrific.
No, I think the account has been suspended.
Yeah, I mean, there's just local decency laws, if nothing else, surely. I mean, technically that's bestiality, isn't it?
No, that's not bestiality. Please don't say things like that on the podcast. It's going to get us in trouble. I would argue it's not. There's no sexual...
Are you saying insects don't count, Rob?
No,
Are you being a bad vegetarian?
Firstly, yes, that is true. And secondly, I don't think there's any sexual pleasure coming out of that. I think it's just he's got a gross dick.
And thirdly, if we do get done for bestiality, it's Rob's laptop. This is all Rob's equipment. And I don't know what's turning up, so I am innocent.
What do you reckon's going to happen here?
I mean, that's clearly going into a penis, isn't it? Oh, what the... It's running as well?
Yeah.
I mean, that's a smooth drill, surely. That's not got a thread on it.
I don't know, mate.
It looks bloody, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's had some work onto it. Yeah.
Jesus Christ! He's erect as well, isn't he?
Oh, he's loving it. He's having a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, which do you reckon's worse, a drill or a hammer?
Are we showing hammer?
No, I don't need... What the fuck?
Oh, you're done.
You're done. That's
You're
enough.
done.
That's it.
I killed it.
Oh my God.
Also, right, okay, so...
Here, stop pressing on the blood to the surface.
Which do you reckon?
cheating.
Which is worse, hammer or drill? Hammer or drill? What do you reckon?
I don't know.
Which would you rather have done to you? You've got to choose one.
Neither of them are good.
I know, neither's good.
I feel like the drill guy has had a warm up though. Like,
yeah, that's not his first thing.
No, that's like.
Yeah.
Also,
I think I'd rather take the hammer.
I'd rather take the hammer.
It's just one hit, you're done.
I know my penis flaccid as well. You wouldn't get it with a hammer. It would retreat like a like a clanger going back into the hole. You'd have no hope.
Like the French.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I'm perfectly comfortable with it. I'm a grower, not a shower. But when it needs to retreat, it's honestly, oh Christ.
All right. So, which do you reckon's worse, hammer or drill?
I reckon hammer.
Right. Okay. Now, which is worse, maggots or
What is that?
A single tapeworm going up.
He's putting a tapeworm down. He's not going to get that back out again.
Well, he's got a cable tie attached to the end of it to pull it out.
But what's going to... Well, that's fucking huge.
Yeah.
Oh my God. How am I not being sick at this?
I know. The toothbrushing does it, but this is fucking fine, apparently.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking God.
Well, thanks for coming on, Sam.
Yeah, I just thought I'd show you a couple of classics before we leave.
Is there anything that you'd like to plug?
Do you want to do some plugging?
You've got a really popular Facebook page.
I've got a slight feeling that the Venn diagram of our fan bases.
There's got to be one or two.
There's might be a couple. I'd highly recommend checking.
Oh, go on, let him plug.
Right.
Go on.
If you fancy listening to my rude interpretation of satire, then I'd go and check out the IC News podcast.
Yeah, it's great.
You did that for a bit before you decided this was the better money spinner.
Well, this is it. This is much more popular, I'm afraid. So it's got to go for common worms and maggots and that.
Satire is dead. Long live fucking borderline pornography.
I mean, like, for a long time, you and I were discussing like doing a podcast together, and I would just like to say thank you for not coming to me with this idea. I mean, I'm quite happy for you to have this.
Sure.
That's fine.
Yeah,
enjoy.
Yeah.
I don't need to do this more than maybe once every 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, we don't get a lot of repeat guests.
No, we don't.
No, have you had any women on yet?
No, we've booked loads, but they keep bailing.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what it is about this podcast that keeps putting them off.
Why are you looking at me?
What you need to do, Freddie, is you need to get some that are ugly enough to not have any credibility on your own scale.
I mean, we have just gone for female comics, so...
Why won't they come on?
I would like to clarify for the internet, I'm being very ironic.
Oh, yeah, that'll work. I'm sure that'll sort it with the internet. If there's one thing the internet does well, it's understand irony.
I can't wait until this gets shared on my Facebook page. And see how they take that, yeah.
If you have enjoyed us and hopefully taken everything that we've said with a pinch of salt...
Is that how you kill a tapeworm once your cable tie snaps?
If you have enjoyed it, you really need to check out our Patreon. For literally just £3 a month, you can have access to an extra episode every week. You get access to all the videos that we watch. You get access to the extra content that we make. The live shows.
Someone who's had a cum slingshot down their throat.
You get access to live show content and stuff. No, stop. Videos from all the live shows and things like that. And it's £3. Patreon.com. Why do you choose to do this now?
Because it's really fun now.
You know the bit where we make money off this? This is the important bit that we need to plug.
I like how you've not moved on from like 1999 internet fads. Like the soundboard was such a thing when like,
do it at any other
GibGab
point.
was a website.
Do it at the beginning, do it at the middle, do it every time I speak, but not specifically now.
But this is the funniest bit because it makes you really angry.
No, it does make me really angry because we're buying a studio and I'm going to be financially tied to you. Yeah. And every time we try and sell the thing that keeps the thing going, you get your little thing out and just ruin what's we're trying.
Sorry, I won't do it again.
No, you will.
I won't do it
I'm
again.
not doing it.
Go on.
Nope.
Plug the Patreon.
Nope.
Go on, plug the Patreon. All right.
There is no Patreon. Doesn't exist.
Join our Patreon so we can get enough money to get Freddie to have surgery to remove the little bitch inside him.
Just as a heads up, tying yourself financially to Rob Mulholland is...
It's dreadful, isn't it?
Your credit rating is now less than 0.
Exactly. I feel like one of the fucking posh middle-class girls you've fucked over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was all right, and then now it's slowly fucking going. But you know what? Go out and get life, Rob Mulholland.
I'm going to go grab life, mate.
You go grab life.
I will go grab life, mate.
Let's grab a kebab.
All right,
mate.
let's go.
Oh, fat cunt.
See you later. Fuck off.